do numbers 7 and 8 while Gary's here. Gary, we want to do your 2 or 3 items here, 7, 8, and 9.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
He purchased this property, 15 for $1.
He did, and you may have seen earlier today, Madam Chair, I sent council a email from David Brucko, our prosecuting attorney. He answered a question that I had, is what is your guidance, should city council consider removing these charges? And what we know as fact is he paid probably $1 in other consideration for the property, but he also inherited back taxes for 2013 and 14.
And he knew that, right?
And he knew that, correct. Since he's owned it, he had not paid 2015 taxes, he had not paid 2016 taxes. And so Dave's recommendation is, because he's not being a diligent taxpayer, if I can use that word, he would recommend not removing those charges and letting them stay on the book. But it's up to council to make that decision.
I don't mind. And then number 8, this is about false alarms. Didn't he have 2 warnings before he started getting charged for these false alarms?
Yeah, that's a fair question, and all I can go on is the evidence that the taxpayer gave it to us in writing. And I talked to him verbally, and he may be present at tonight's council meeting. His claim is that he never received any letter from the false alarm company or the city of Taylor regarding these false alarm notices. True or false, I don't know. But his comment is he never received any notification until his tax bill, which came out December 2nd.
Was there any way to check that?
Yeah, we could certainly check that, but and if I could pop in, there's actually, we had this conversation today, there's actually a process in place for this, with the false alarm ordinance. He's actually should have brought this before either myself or Chief Portis to appeal it. Is the proper form for the ordinance for this?
I just understand it's the self-installed system. Maybe I had to check to make sure it was functioning properly.
Yeah, through the chair, Councilman, it's a self-install, but through SafeMar, the alarm company. So he bought their tape and their alarm, installed them based on the directions from the alarm company. Tape failed, and that's what set the alarm off. So one would say he's not at fault because the alarm company's stuff failed. At the same time, he is at fault for not being aware of what the process is. So again, that would be for his council to review and consider.
Madam Chair, I think the chief mentioned that the proper protocol for this would be to appeal it to the chief, one of the chiefs. So is this would be appropriate to remove from our agenda since that's the protocol?
Again, Councilman Garza, what I can tell you is per the ordinance that was put in place for this, the appeal process involves getting a hold of either chief or I for the, there's a committee that would properly review this and take into account, again, was this a system failure and whose fault was it, that type of thing, and then make that decision. We actually have a meeting set for Thursday on another alarm fees that is being contested.
Yeah, Madam Chair, I would recommend we actually remove it from our agenda.
And recommend that he follow the proper procedure.
So if it goes through you and he's not happy with that answer, is that the final answer, or does it come back through us? You know?
There's nothing in the ordinance that provides for the individual going to council. Of course, that doesn't mean they can't.
Right. I was just curious how the process worked at that point.
Chief, isn't it also in there about the appeal to the district court or something like that at the end of that?
Chief Portis is correct. The next step would be to take it to court.
So it's not the council's responsibility to really rule on this.
No, ma'am.
Let's pop back to number 6, if there's no more questions on number 9. This is for 2 officers to attend the International Law Enforcement Educators and Trainees Association. Do you have any questions for Mary on that?
Is this the same group that did the training after the flooding in St. Louis about 15 years ago? Do you know what that is?
That I don't know. This is
Because
the
I
annual.
went through that training, that's what I'm wondering.
I don't know about 15 years ago, sir. I know that every year we send a couple or 3 of our officers, supervisors to the training. That way they can come back and train in-house to our officers. It's a lot more economical to train them, to come back and train our people.
Anything else? Let's go back to number 9. This is for the assessing office. It's requesting approval of City Council to purchase assessment change notices from KCI, the local vendor, lower than by $800. And you're pretty confident that they're in good.
If I could, Madam Chair, we've not used KCI before. They do work for other assessing units in Michigan. We have, past several years, used Centron, which is the one that we have contracted with. And then this low quote came in less than Centron. So county direction is for me to use KCI.
Any questions? Number 10, we're going to do death funds items now.
Yes, number 10 is in regards to summer winter tax rolls. When this body approved the development agreement, provided, and it's also state law, for foreclosures, we're to relieve the winter, or summer and winter ordinances and water charges up to the date they own the property.
And they purchased them, I mean, these all happened before.
They were, yes, yes, Madam Chair.
Any questions? Number 11, Michigan Economic Development Corporation grant.
Yes, that is the $95,000 grant we were awarded by the MEDC late last year. They just got the contract over to us, and for us to accept it, we need this body's approval. Most of those repairs are at Heritage Park, and I think it's attached on the contract, the language, the repairs we are doing.
Is there any matching funds for this? I didn't read through the.
There are no matching funds.
No matching funds, okay.
That was used with money left over at the end of the fiscal year, I believe. The legislators get to bring home their, kind of their constituents' wish list, and we were awarded the 95.
This is the one I buy.
Heritage Park,
The
where
wheel,
we're going to
okay.
fix the wheel, connect the community college to Heritage Park, walkway repairs, getting the fountain going again.
Can we go back to 10?
Sure.
It's taken water charges, ordinance and water charges off all these,
Yes.
so all the weed citations and,
Up until the date they own the property.
okay, that's all these dates
Yeah.
are, it's just
Correct.
up until that point.
Correct. Yep.
And
Once they take the deed, or once they're deeded to them, they're responsible for all ordinance, water charge.
Thank you, sorry.
I guess, Madam Chair, another question about this. So when did they acquire the deeds to the property once City Council approved the
So-
agreement?
Our body, I believe you guys approved it at the first meeting in August. We sent them our intent on July 29th,
Okay.
and I believe we did receive the deeds from the county in mid-October, but I could double check that date for you.
And these are all pre-October then, or is that, what month
Yes,
was?
pre-October, yes.
Pre-October,